Hey guys, welcome to another video. This time we're looking at my current R5 team. I'm going to show you the changes that I made, and guys, this team hasn't failed me yet. However, I don't think that this team is 100%. I will show you the results of a ton of rounds, of 10 runs. I have run over 1000 runs with this team and hasn't failed a single one yet. However, it doesn't mean that this is 100%. I let you know in advance, guys. And of course, if you mess up the speed of this team, then things can go wrong here, guys. You should keep in mind that, for instance, for your units, in order not to outspeed the boss and have consistency on your call-in, which is the first unit that will move on your Bale team, on the middle team here, you should have up to plus 69 speed if your towers are maxed, guys. So keep that in mind before coming here, because if you have plus 70 or plus 71, then your call-in may move before the enemy, and therefore your turn order may be messed up, and she may not use her third skill, which is what you want from her here. The same happens for the rest of the team. However, in this case, I'm running a Bastet and I'm running the Fire Striker here on the left and the right one respectively, so those units can move before the boss. It actually doesn't matter, because that will not affect whether they use their third or second skill or not. That will be up to RNG, so you don't care about that. You only care about the usage of the skills that you can actually influence by having lower HP on the rest of your team. And that's pretty much it, guys. Keep that in mind when facing this challenge, and of course when facing the decision of what units you will be placing on your team and how to build them. Now guys, in my case, I went for as much damage as I can, and I went for the most will runes and fight runes that I can give them. And I decided to remove the Fran with violent runes from the team and to place a Fran with as many fight sets as I could give her. That's my choice, because I want to improve the damage of the team. And well guys, I will show you 3 runs with each of the teams, so for the middle team, the left team and the right team, so you can see how they work, and then I will show you the results of rounds of 10 runs so that you can look at the average clear times here, which are super consistent. Now guys, the addition of Iunu here and replacing Dagora with Iunu, what made for this team was to actually be more consistent. Why is that? Well, that's because, as you guys know, Iunu, when he dies, he will apply branding, and he will try to apply branding at least, and then he will take a turn immediately and use his second skill again, trying to apply branding, which will most likely make sure that you will have branding on the enemy boss when you have your first attacks, because that will be one of the first things to happen. So you should time the defense breakers of the rest of the teams, which I will explain in time, so that you can apply defense break as soon as possible, so your full attackers will be attacking the enemy with defense break and branding on. And that may even mean that your Veil may not be able to attack, which will be bad, which is one of the bad things that can happen here. However, it will not happen very often. However, the bad side of picking Iunu instead of Dagora is that Iunu messes up the attack order of your full teams and will increase the average clear times, because having Dagora here means that your Veil will mostly every time attack before the first half of the boss's attack bar will be reduced. But in this case, having the branding, and if all of your units use the right skill, then your Veil may not even attack if you run your units as I did. So yeah, that could happen. That is not the best case scenario, but instead of meaning that you will fail the run, what that means is that you will you will increase your clear time, you will be slower. So that's pretty much it, guys. Remember, for the middle team, the top speed of your fastest unit, which is Colleen, should be plus 69. Keep that in mind. Now we're moving on to the left team. The left team is built in order to defense rake and deal as much damage as possible. And we have the third skill of our Water Kung Fu Girl to deal a ton of damage on the boss. And we have the shields and attack buff from Bastet in order to make sure that we will be dealing a ton of damage here. However, Bastet may derp, and she will derp a lot of times, so it doesn't actually matter a lot. Here, guys, what I try to do is to move with my Shayna as fast as I can after my Bastet, which means that I will be applying a very reliable defense rake on the boss really soon, so that we can actually synergize that with the branded debuff that Iunu will be applying, or even maybe the Fire Striker who moves before the walls sometimes as well. And guys, what I did here was not build the Fire Striker specifically for this. I built my Fire Striker for PvP in general. So he's here without changing the runes, because I don't want to change the runes specifically for these teams. And of course, if you don't have the Fire Striker, then you can use a Wind Barbaric King, for instance, who has branding and provides attack buff as well. If you don't have Bastet, you can replace her with that Barbaric King as well, and then replace then you can replace your Fire Striker for another Barbaric King. You can use the blue one, for instance, and he will be absorbing the attack bar of the enemy as well with his third skill, making the run safer for his own team. So guys, there are choices here. Of course, build them as tanky as you can, with as much damage as you can, and try to make your attack bar boosters faster, your attack power buffers faster than the rest of your team. Of course, your attack bar boosters as well. However, it doesn't really matter on this particular stage. Now guys, what else can I tell you? Here I decided to use Lexi. Lexi has a very consistent branding, and she will apply another debuff on the boss. That will make the attack of our Water Kung Fu Girl stronger. However, our Water KFG may derp a lot of the time, so she's not the most reliable unit out there. Now, for how unreliable the skills of our left team are, we have the reliability of the consistency, of the right team, because we have 3 Inugamis here. However, 2 of them will have almost perfect AI, so they will use their third skill, or their second skill. I think it's their second skill, which is the team up skill. So we are using an Ikaru from our triple Ikaru team from Dragons. And of course, that unit will be picking 4 units in order to attack. So he will attack with 3 other units on this team. And this team is built so that it has a ton of units that can actually defense rake with their first skill. So when your Ikaru takes them with him, you will have a chance of landing a defense rake as well. And of course, remember that the Ikaru attack will reset the skill cooldowns by 1 turn. And of course, we have Rauk here. Rauk is a loose cannon that can attack a ton of times with his first skill when he's taken with a team up. So that means that sometimes you will be clearing the first wave faster. Now, as for the second wave, guys, well, you will be relying on your Bale team in order to defense rake here. And you will have your Lauren attacking, and yeah, there's a 15% chance that you will not be able to defense rake with your Lauren. However, you can defense rake with the first skill or plenty of your units there. So guys, all in all, in order to make this even more consistent, in my opinion, it will be to replace Bastet for a unit that can actually buff immunity and attack. And yeah, we have a new one that can do that, which will be the Wind Totemist. So I think that will be a very viable choice for here, because you know, you don't want your twins to be Oblivion, because you will want your Shayna to apply the defense breaks more consistently. So apart from that, guys, there's not much to do here, you know? This team is incredibly consistent, and as I told you, it has never failed me. Now the average clear times with this team increased by 5 seconds, so using Iunu instead of Lagora made my team 5 seconds lower. I don't care, I'm free to play. I'm clearing this in 40 seconds average, which is really low. And of course I will be using up all my crystals with this. So if I had 5 seconds faster team, well, I don't care, guys, I will not have crystals either. So I would rather have a higher consistency, closer to 100%, which is not 100%. I can't repeat this enough, guys, this is not 100% team. But you know, this is easier to build. I already told you how to replace units, the harder to get units, but the rest are almost free to play. So there are many instances here in which you will actually be looking at units and saying, okay, I can't build that, I can't have that one. Guys, this is fairly simple to build. Keep in mind the attack orders, time your defense breakers first, and that's it. And remember, your Ikaru should move as fast as you can, because that Ikaru will be taking defense breakers with him. Guys, if you enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and remember, if you have any questions about the game, let me know in the comment section and I will be very happy to reply as always. Guys, I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.